What up, Mac kids and maniacs? How y'all like that Sunday night football game? Well, how did you like the Sunday football games in general? Let's hit this sports real quick and move on. I told y'all the upset of the day, my upset of the day, and don't be surprised if they win straight up, the Washington football team. I was correct. Where I went way left at was the Green Bay Packers. And that's why I had to mention that Aaron Rodgers was overrated by a lot of the people that watch kevmacvideos because it wasn't an easy game for him. Offense was good, he did good, but the Vikings did better. So what's up, Mac kids and maniacs? What's going on, Chiefs? Like you said, well, I can give you credit for saying the Chiefs -3, but like I said, I wouldn't take the Dallas Cowboys. I wouldn't take the Chiefs or the Cowboys, but definitely, as I stated, I wasn't sold on the Cowboys. They would have to beat the Chiefs in order to sell me anything. So, right out. What up, Dubs? Good looking out, Dubs. And Cuse called me today, man. I know you don't know Cuse, but Cuse is a real convict, a real rider, real veterano. He told me, he said, man, it's good to have people like you that come and check out the channel, and we like what you're doing, and keep up the good work, bro. Um, yeah, absolutely. Washington over Carolina because I like the quarterback for Washington, and of course, Cam Newton just coming back wasn't good last year. It's going to take him a while to get in football form, and I don't think the Carolina Panthers are that great, except for the running back. I think that's all they really got. But anyway, yeah, what's up? That's good, man. So I don't know your get down. I'm trying to contact you and holler at you on the side. But I'll leave that for that, Dubs. Um, well, I love college football, but college football changes so much. And after coming out of COVID, I don't know the players like I used to know them. So it's kind of hard for me to really talk college football. Maybe on a Friday, maybe on a Thursday or something. But not this Thursday, obviously. But bowl time, I'll talk college football bowl time. Southside Compton, what's up, homeboy? Great beard in San Jose, what up? He runs with dropouts on YouTube, is that right? Are you serious or are you just a troll? He has good content regardless. Great content over there. The stories have been real good. Um, Lil Ray Ray, Dubs brought you here. All right, that's what's up, man. But what topics y'all want to discuss tonight, man? I know you guys want a Baby Crazo fight story. We got that coming pretty soon. Right now, I'm working on a 1983 episode where we talk about the Iran Contra scandal, the killings between A-Trade, the 60s, and the other gang wars and the Hawkins case and all those type of things. 83 was a real grimy year in the city of Los Angeles for gangs and crack and drug dealers and kingpins and crooked cops. And it's just so much that went on in 1983. There's no other year like that. So I decided to cover 1983. I'll go back and cover some of the other years, but right now I'm working on 1983. I didn't see the Lakers fight. I didn't even see the Laker game. So I couldn't tell you about the Laker fight. You tell me about it. How about that? The Suns are a good basketball team, man. Can't take nothing from the Suns. My man said the Raiders need to move back to Oakland. I heard the hell out of that. Las Vegas is enjoying the Raiders, man. Win, lose, or draw. It's a big draw in Las Vegas right now, so people loving that. 83 definitely broke up a lot of homes and produced a lot of crack babies. But it wasn't, man, it was just so much going on in 1983. I'm telling you, that's a year like no other. Even it was rocking and rolling in Folsom, the prison system, the BGF and the MA. Crips were were invading the prison system at that time in large numbers and young ages. Guys 18 to 23, 24 years old was filling up the prison system. Uh, I mean, why wouldn't you? You got killings going on, you got shootings going on, you got the whole drug thing going on, small felonies, whether you were selling or buying or a lot of drug offenses, and unfortunately, it was a lot of black and brown dudes involved in the drug gang, particularly blacks. A lot of young blacks were getting their hands on it and filling up the streets and making hot blocks out of it. And they end up in prison, and so the numbers just swelled up real quick. Shaniqua, what up, homegirl? I miss you dancing though. Why you don't dance no more? Now you try to come in here with the tongue like you're trying to lick something. Come in here with your high heels like you're trying to be cute. What happened to all the dancing though? The dancing is what attracted a lot of dudes. And then the tongue behind the dancing got people like Fitzgerald fired up. But what's going on, Oaktown? What uptown business? Let's not talk about Cowboy injuries. We're not going to make excuses for a team that loses. We're not going to do that. There's injuries all over the NFL. There was injuries in New England last year. We didn't make excuses. There's injuries going on in Tampa Bay right now. There's injuries going on in Los Angeles. There's injuries everywhere. We're not going to go for excuses for your favorite football team. Not here. Not up in here, we not. Come on now. We don't do that over here, man. No excuses, bro. No, I didn't grow up with A-Trays, man. When I grew up in the era where we didn't get along with them. So, no, I didn't have friends from A-Trays. I made some in jail and in prison. And that's typical. That's what happens in this gang madness. Suge, what's up? What up, Suge? I'm wondering how Goob and Rocky are feeling right now. I'm sure both of them will come on, but you guys probably wouldn't be too nice to them. So it may not be the great night for Goob and Rocky, and I'm sure Goob's probably listening in as he take that long, sad ride back to Pomona. But when losses like that should be expected. So hopefully they don't take it too hard. LeBron hit a Piston player with his hand in his face, which caused a bloody face, some say intentionally. The Piston player tried going after LeBron multiple times, being held back multiple times. My favorite football team is the New England Patriots, but we're not making excuses. We're making comebacks. BPS, Rolling 20s, we had Matt Ronald. And who else you want to get interviewed? See, this is my thing now. Excuse me if I'm being a little selfish or a little arrogant or rejective or whatever, however you want to label me. But there's so many more channels right now, so many more YouTube creators, so many narrators, instigators, and historians. I don't want that burden of I have to have a BPS and a 20. We've already had Matt Ronald on here. But please don't burden me with who I need to have on here or have to have on here when there's so many other YouTube channels and we already know there's politics being played, there's favoritism being played, and everybody don't want to bring their story to kevmacvideos. So don't burden me with that, please. I'm asking nicely. There's a lot of content and content creators, information to go around, bro. Right here, we just try to worry about Kev Mac and Kev Mac videos. And even on the Blue Channel, people know what it is. They know where the history is at. They know where the collection of LA history between Crips and Bloods and even at times Sereno, they know where it's at. They know the platform that has this. And so put the burden on them. Ask your favorite homeboy or your favorite big homie from that hood that you want to see on Mac videos to come on Mac videos. But don't burden me like that. It's too many gangs, too many faces, too many names, and too much history for me to go after everybody and expect me to be able to bring all these people to the table. At some point, they have to meet me halfway. They have to want to be on Mac videos. Because let's be honest, a lot of people know about Mac videos and hearing about Mac videos right now. So put some of that burden on them. Put some fire behind them and get them to come and talk to Mac. Well, Jock, like I told you, man, on Instagram and direct messages, bro, I like Washington's quarterback. I like what Washington is doing. And we can't always say a good team has a bad day or a good team is not good. Some of these lesser teams are going to win football games because they are professionals in the NFL. And it just so happens the Bucks quarterback is not getting his prop. I'm telling you, he's gonna be like Mac Jones. Watch everybody start talking about dude like they're talking about Mac Jones right now. Sometimes a team is just not the best team on that day. Sometimes a team can't play well on the road. Sometimes a team overlooks a team. You know what I mean? So, but I'm just saying, Jock. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even like betters, some betters have good days. Sometimes a good better has a bad day. It happens. It happens. You're absolutely right. It happens. The Bucks are not the Bucks of last year, but come the end of the year, you'll see a different Bucks team. I mean, like the Cowboy fan talking about injuries, I mentioned the Bucks have injuries too. We they'll be healthy toward the end of the year. So then that at that point you see what the Cowboys and Bucks are really made of. Community gang interventionists. Well, I mean, we got Rockhead. We got T. Rogers declined before he passed. Little T Top from Gear Gang. Uh, I mean, there's other people. Even Slick, I believe, at least showed up to some meetings and different things like that. I don't know if the Rams will win the NFC. I thought that 2 to 3 weeks ago. I definitely thought the Rams would win the NFC, but right now I think it's wide open. I think a lot of teams have a chance to win in the NFC right now. And don't forget, I told you guys a couple weeks ago, look out for them Philadelphia Eagles, man. The Eagles are ready to shine. I told you the Eagles are going to start giving teams in their division problems. They're there now. They're ready. I'm not saying they're going to win the division, but they're ready to get some good wins, some quality wins now. Jerome Wallace, man, you did so good last week, homie. Or your last pick, anyway. What game was that? That was the Ram Tennessee game, right? No, it was the Ram 49er game. You said the 49ers was going to beat the Rams, and you said you were all in. And I thought about you that whole game, man. That was a good pick, man. A real good pick, man. Mac, why must I feel like that? Why must I chase the cat? Nothing but the dog. Give me bow wow wow yippee yo yippee yay. Bow wow wow yippee yo yippee yay. Eddie 7900, good looking out. Let's have a sports gambling day a week. Talk about parlays and so forth like a Thursday. Can we do that? Why not? Have our own gambling community advice to flush out some weaknesses. I think it's a good idea, but unfortunately, I get all this hate mail about people don't want to hear about football, and the women sign out because they don't want to hear about football. So it's kind of raggedy, man, when I do that. So I try to mix it up a little bit, but we could definitely talk about some wins and losses. I think the Dodgers should resign Matt Scherzer. I don't know if they are going to resign him, but they should resign him. You feel me? I don't know when Henry's coming back, man. No, your Detroit Lions can't catch a break. They absolutely can't. The organization can't catch a break. I don't know, man. I mean, there are women that like football, but not the women at KMV, though. You see, Shaniqua will come up in here and talk about the Warriors, but she might mention Niner Gang or Don't Bang, but she has no input. A lot of the other women, the more prettier, classier women, tend to disappear and send me messages about topic is boring and they can't participate and leave that to the men. So I don't know. I'm just saying. This was a great weekend, unless your team lost or your fighter lost, but it was a good weekend for sports. I agree with that. I feel you, Eddie. You're trying to get that money. I would suggest you DM Big Devil, DM me, DM Baby Crazo, and come to a consensus. That's my suggestion for you, bro, rather than expect a whole show on gambling on KM Video live streams every week. Hey, man, tell me about Baker Mayfield, homie. I absolutely agree with you, homie. I absolutely agree, homie. Absolutely about Baker Mayfield. I can answer that easy. How Dallas scored 9 and 19. This is how. If you know football, I don't know how old you are. I don't know how much you know about football, but if you know anything about football, it's always tough to play in Kansas City's football stadium. The noise is louder than most stadiums. A sea of red in the crowd is just different. And Dallas is on the road. Pri- Besides all that, like I said, you have to wonder about Dallas' strength of schedule. Dallas haven't really played too many good teams that you can really think that they're supposed to be this great football team, unless you're a Dallas Cowboy fan and you're blinded by science or reality or whatever you want to blame it on. But that's why. And teams don't score 40 every week. They don't even score 30 every week. So you're going to have some games throughout the year where you don't score a whole lot of points, especially on the road. College games was real good. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. well, see, this the thing. See, you guys get too much into your feelings for your favorite team, and you start making all these different analogies, and some are okay, some are not so okay with me. Here's the thing: the Chiefs only scored 19 points against Dallas without their starters, right? Well, the Chiefs haven't been playing lights out. Come on now, the Chiefs only put together a few good weeks recently. The Chiefs haven't been playing good. I mean, you act like the Chiefs are Super Bowl champs or something, or even defending Super Bowl champs, and they're not. So, and the Chiefs have injuries as well too. Now, at least they did prior to this week. And we all know if you're a real football fan, especially if you're a Raider fan or a Bronco fan, you know that Mahomes haven't been playing great football. You know that offensive line is not that great. And if you know Mac and you follow Mac, you know I'm not big on Andy Reid, so I don't see why the Chiefs were supposed to blow the Dallas Cowboys out somehow. I think 19 points was good. Maybe we should look at why Dallas couldn't score more than 19 points and get a victory on the road. I'm just saying. I'm no apologist or excuse maker for the Chiefs. Chiefs haven't been playing great ball, but if your team is so good, you ought to go into Arrowhead Stadium and come out with a victory. I'm just saying though. But don't get mad at me. Don't be mad at me. My team started out 1-4. We was 1-4. You know what I'm saying? Now we're starting to make a little noise, and a lot of people are talking. You feel me? I'm just saying though. That's what I'm saying, Johnny Coop. The Chiefs had injuries too, at least prior to this week. But now you telling me the right tackle was out and the second team running back. That's what I'm saying. We're not going to make excuses about injuries. Not here, we not. Matthew Alex, what up? I can't believe the Texans beat the Titans. I can't believe that. But the Titans are this type of team. When you think they're gonna lose, they win. When you think they're gonna win, they lose. Good coach, sometimey quarterback, running backs out. You never know what you're gonna get from them. They got like 3 running backs, but you just never know when you're gonna get from them. So yeah, I'm sure that's a tough loss. Nobody wants to lose to the Texans right now, but it happens. Kev, I gotta keep it a rack. Ain't no way there's more blacks than Mexicans in county or prison. They was always deeper and only wanted to get busy when they doubled us or had more numbers. Well, I haven't went back to look at that video to really break it down. I responded on the fly. I didn't respond rationally and take my time and really dissect the video. So he may have meant or said Sereno. If that's the case, he's correct. He's absolutely right. We have always been deeper than Sereno, without question. Always deeper than Sereno. But I could have sworn he said Hispanic. Where did I get the word or the term Hispanic from? I thought I got it from him. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. One day this week, or maybe after Thanksgiving, I'll go look at the video and break it down a little more. But I don't want no riffraff or no real debate about that. I just thought he said Hispanic, and that's what I roll with, Hispanic. But you got different factions of Hispanics. You got the Northerners, you got the Border Brothers, you got the Sereno. I'm sure there's non-affiliated Paisas or what have you, Mexicans or whatever, that roll up under Sereno. But I thought he said Hispanics. He said Mexicans. Well, even still, if he said Mexicans, then once again, I'll stand firm in what I said because we have not outnumbered Mexicans. I think it's a miscommunication on the verbiage in which he used, not the mindset in which he thought he was saying to people who pay attention to words. But I don't know. I don't want to talk about it until I go back and really look at it. But Western Ave, if you say he said Mexican, then I stand firm in my response. Well, Jerome, they all didn't roll together when it cracked. They didn't. North and South were mortal enemies, so you can't say that. Pisces a lot of times were off to their own. They didn't roll unless forced to roll. So you can't really say that. I disagree with that, Jerome. I definitely disagree. But it would be a better statement to say they all were against blacks or anti-black. I think that would be the safer thing to say because, as blacks say, we don't have no friends. So I think that would be more appropriate to say. But I don't think they all rolled together. I mean, North and South were mortal enemies. Now, maybe in LA County Jail, or maybe if you're talking about like the white race, that's something different. My experience with Serenos got tough when they had numbers, but never would give a head up. Well, again, this goes back to how old are you and where did you do your time at? Because I started going in 86. And in 86, you could get fair ones. You could get fair ones. Without question, you could get fair ones. Well, definitely if you start talking about the South and in the county, yeah, they're gonna roll together. Absolutely, I agree with that. So do Hispanics have in-house fighting? Absolutely, they have in-house fighting. That's why you got so many PC yards and people that rank out. And yeah, of course they go at it. Especially like I said, the North and South were mortal enemies. So I don't know, but yeah, righteous. Once again, you gotta be specific with words when you say. Well, you did say your experience, so I give you that. You're absolutely right. In your experience, you're correct. But when people use words like never and ever, you're not old enough to speak on forever and never. You know what I mean? You're just not old enough to speak on that. So definitely, when you say your experience, that's absolutely correct. And I can't argue with or for your experience. However, I tend to think you're absolutely right. Yeah, Crystal, you learn something new every day. There's a lot of Serrano channels or Hispanic or Mexican channels now. You could always tune in and check them out and you learn something new. Or you could come to KM Video live streams and you just might get a gem that you haven't heard before and learn something new. Kev, did you say the Vikings would beat the Packers and you were right? No, I said the Packers would win. I was wrong. I said the Packers would win. Remember, I said Aaron Rodgers was underrated. And I definitely thought the Packers was better. See, if you read my book, I always go back to my book. Remember, I like Kirk Cousins. I thought Kirk Cousins was a good quarterback, not one of the best, but a good quarterback coming up out of Michigan State. I thought he was cool with the Washington Redskins, but he's very inconsistent. You bet on him, you lose. You bet against him, you lose. And today's Vikings Packer game is proof of that. I'll go against him. I'm wrong in my pick. The dude is inconsistent. And besides that, the Packer defense, they so hurt. They're terrible. Week in and week out, their defense is not that good. But Aaron Rodgers did his part. In fact, Aaron Rodgers scored too quick. That long pass for a touchdown, one play, too quick. Got to slow it down before you lose control. We're going to have to call Rusty Loke up and have him come sing to y'all. Yeah, Kurt is so inconsistent, man. That's his problem. Sometimes the Wolves fought back. I never been to High Desert, but I hear High Desert, the white guys, the Aryan Brotherhood, they push back. I've been on a couple yards and of course throughout the county jail, every damn floor they got in the county jail. And white boys, they really hate on Mexicans behind their back. They really salty toward Mexicans behind their back. But if they don't have the numbers or they don't have enough solid dudes, they're going to fall in line. They're going to get in line and do what they're told to do. But definitely, if you think white boys are all punks and you think white boys don't fight back, you are sadly mistaken. You got some solid white boys that will go to war. They don't give a damn if you're from Serrano or wherever. They will go to war if there's differences. Because we all know outside of jail and prison, white boys don't care about no black or no Mexican. They think we the same. They look at us as pieces of S. You feel me? We know that. Come on. Look at all the racism going on throughout America right now. The justice system, the courts, the jails, everywhere, man. We know what's going on, man. Absolutely, Jerome. They'll say it to a black dude. They'll say it when you're at work in the kitchen or at work in trades and all that, but they won't say it to their face. I'm saying generally. Can't stereotype them all, because there's some solid down individuals from the white side. What? I don't know anything about that. G Perico's a cool dude, down dude as far as I know. I don't know nothing about claiming bounty hunter for pass in the lanes. Uh, that was quite common back in the day, when, not for a pass to be in a hood, but a pass to save your life. That was common. I never did it because I was always under the impression if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna just die. Speaking the truth, representing my hood. So I never did it, but sure, that was something that went on. I mean, I ran across some rivals that claimed they wasn't banging. They claimed they was down with allies and they wasn't. So yeah, that was common back in the day for some busters or some dudes that got caught slipping. On the Cam Capone interview, all right. I mean, if he said it, then that's what it is. Hey, that's his business. If it saved his life, that's cool. He's still here to talk about it. Man, I talked to Cuse today. Had a good conversation with Cuse today. Cuse been calling me a lot lately, man. And you know this is Thanksgiving week coming up. Y'all know I go live and I drink during the Christmas and Thanksgiving holidays. So we about to turn up over here on the live stream channel. Somebody said they don't realize he did that when he was 14. I don't know if age matters, but if the guys was older than him or he felt like his life was about to be taken, I shout out to him. You know what I mean? Shaniqua, what's the three X's for? You got rid of three men this weekend? Got rid of your ex, your pre-ex, and your pre-pre-ex? Like, what's the X's for? Man, it's kind of hard to respond when people tell me what I should do with my channel. I feel like this. Y'all come to this channel and you like this channel or you hate this channel for reasons that have to do with KevMac. So you're gonna continue to like this channel no matter what KevMac does, or you're gonna continue to hate this channel if KevMac don't do what you want me to do. So I'll leave it at that, man. I'm gonna just do whatever I feel is natural and organic and let it flow, man, like I've been doing, man. I'm not new to this, and I like the way things been going, so I'm gonna just keep it like that. You feel me? Crazo texted me. I haven't talked to him, but he told me within maybe a week we'll get that fight story for you guys. I don't know nothing about Zach's girlfriend putting that camera up. Like, you talking about the white woman with the football player? I don't know what Zach you talking about. Is that the football player? Orange juice? You know what? I've been having a lot of orange juice on my mind lately, but I haven't had no orange juice. So I don't know about orange juice, but maybe I'll put some orange juice in some vodka. Well, it's not, it's like this, homie. Eddie 7900. I feel like if people want to know something, I think I should kind of give them a little bit. Like, I don't have to give it all to them. You know what I mean? But just like I'm responding to you, I like to respond to people sometimes because it lets them know more about me and my thinking and this channel as well. So I know better. I don't have to explain myself ever, but sometimes I feel like a brief explanation is needed. If you feel me? I'm saying you feel me a lot tonight, right? I don't know where that came from. I mean, it got to be something. It's going to be vodka or cognac. I mean, come on now. What old school live? You mean the old school music or what? Shaniqua, I'm sure a whole lot of men in this chat room would like to feel you. So be careful with your verbiage, because somebody in here might be trying to feel on you. Matter of fact, where's Monique Hill at? I don't see Monique Hill tonight. Yeah, Johnny Coop, it's just a lot going on, man. And this time of year, we definitely don't need all the madness. And I've been looking at a lot of stuff on Young Dolph, man. I see people up in arms. People are mad about Dolph being killed. Seemed like he was a good dude. I see the homie J Stone had a couple of songs he was about to release with Young Dolph on them that he's going to delay and put out at a later date. LeBron got suspended. That's different. He probably want to be suspended. He's stealing money anyway. Look how long he sat out for a domino strain. You know what I'm saying? I seen the bins. I seen the bins. They recovered them. Why would anybody have that car? Why would they still have the car? And it looked like it was in plain sight when the tow truck picked it up out the driveway, right? Man, it's just a whole lot going on, man, in this world. We need a era of calm. We need some calm right now. We need a bunch of calm people with sensitive heads to prevail. Not the old Toyota. I love eggnog. I love Hennessy. I prefer Remy over Hennessy, but it's all right. Never had them together though. I never had them together. I'm telling you, man, LeBron will sit out for anything. LeBron will sit out for any. He's trying to prolong his career. He's trying to say the Lakers need him in order to win. It's a lot going on with LeBron as well, man. I think he realizes he's at the end of his career and he's trying to stretch it out, maybe to play with his son and then retire. Or maybe he'll coach his son one day. Who knows? We'll see, though. First 48 Memphis was definitely ghetto. Definitely ghetto. What I like about Memphis, though, I'm sure there's other cities like Memphis, maybe St. Louis, maybe Atlanta. I don't know. But what I liked about Memphis, when I used to go to Memphis, there were so many black cops. You know, the black cops only show out when they with a white cop. Two black cops pull you over, man, they looking for a reason to let you go. They looking for a laugh, man. They looking to pass the day, go home, cash their paycheck, and be with their family. But then the county jail had all black deputies. That shit was amazing to me. So the black deputies, they wasn't tripping off visiting and the little they were so cool out there. I was like, damn, that's different. You let black people in charge, boy, they're gonna be so lenient on laws and enforcement and all kind of stuff, man. But that was really different for me coming from LA, where you're gonna run across a lot of bad black cops because they got a white partner, or you're gonna run across a lot of them LAPD or sheriff with bald heads. Now they might be Asian, they might be Hispanic, whatever they are. You know you looking at trouble when you see them come. When you see them pull you over, you know they racist, you know they arrogant, and they not giving you no breaks. I'd rather a Hispanic cop with hair pull me over. I got a better chance running. You know what I'm saying? But it's just different coming out of LA, especially if you see any pink or any red. If you see any pink or any red on that cop's face or his earlobes, you know you're in trouble. If you see any pink or red in his face, his nose, his ears, his cheeks, you know you're in trouble. So it's a lot different coming from LA going to Memphis. Even the strip clubs are different, but we're not going to talk about that. I mean, I never seen so many ghetto, bullet wound, scarred women climbing a pole ever in my life until I went to Memphis. It's different, different world, boy. I'm telling you, Memphis is different. I'm trying to tell you, man. My man say he spent 9 years in prison in Georgia. Went to like 7 prisons. True. The COs, according to demographics, were different. Absolutely. I think it's just a whole lot different. Even like going to the restaurants in Memphis, you got black cooks, black waitresses and waiters. Southern, the part of Mississippi. I want to say southern Mississippi, but I'm not sure. That part of Mississippi that's near Memphis, different. I mean, you get kind of white and black, but the black people are different. The makeup of employees are different. The leniency is different. I'm sure. I don't know about St. Louis, but I'm sure. I'm sure, bro. I'm sure. North Mississippi, all right. All right. Let's see. Suge says a cop pulled me over once and looked at my car and said, "Your car look almost better than mine. You better than me, boy." I knew it was gonna be a long night. Tunica, Mississippi. There you go. Absolutely, Tunica. But I don't think it's Tunica though. Tunica's where all the casinos are. But going further off into Mississippi, whatever that is right there. So not Tunica, but after you come from Memphis and you pass Tunica, whatever that is, where all the restaurants are and Southern black women are, and a little bit nicer than most racist states. It might be Olive Branch. I'm not sure, bro. I really couldn't tell you. I think it was DeSoto County, yeah. They say Olive Branch. Maybe it was Olive Branch. Yeah, y'all do got good food and gas stations down south. In Memphis, I don't remember the name of the chicken spot I used to go to all the time at the gas station, but the chicken was fire. The chicken wings was fire and wasn't too pricey. Even like the mashed potatoes and french fries, yeah. See, in California or even Nevada, the gas stations got the worst food. Like they just take a hot dog bun and a wiener and just throw it up under a light and turn it over. Nah, they ain't cooking no good chicken, no French fries, and none of that. Not on the West Coast. I've been to Tupelo, Mississippi. A lot of West Coast cops came from and moved to be cops in LA County around there. Definitely bad times. Yeah, a lot of cops that got a lot in common with KKK became cops in Southern California. Yeah, the food under the incubator is a no-no, but that's West Coast life for you. AM, PM, 7-Eleven, stuff like that. I think, I want to say, was it Circle K in Memphis? Circle K ring a bell in Memphis? Yeah, that's why the food ain't no good, also. Y'all crazy, man. Y'all are really crazy. Chief Parker recruited in the South. There was a special to show video evidence of the LA commissioner recruiting cops from KKK rallies. Man. Well, if you do the history of the Los Angeles Police Department, they were made up of Ku Klux Klans back in the day. That's why we had such a hard time with the different police chiefs. And if I'm not mistaken, Daryl Gates came from up under a Ku Klux Klan police chief. And so he carried on some of them same values, man. Daryl Gates was a dirty cop, man. He really targeted black people and then turned around and say drug users should be killed. His daughter was using. But that's the cold thing about Daryl Gates, man. He gave you a green light to knock down homes. He didn't care that mothers worked hard to get them homes. He didn't care if you wasn't even dealing drugs. If you was a gang member, he would just go after you with the batter ram and knock your house down. He didn't care. Then they tear up your house, bust holes in the walls, spray paint on the walls, do all kind of stuff. Daryl Gates was with all that. He was with intimidating, irritating, and locking up black folks in South Los Angeles, man. I know for sure he targeted the Rolling 60s. He targeted the Hoovers and the Swans that I know of. Daryl Gates just wasn't shit. And when people talk about Rampart Station, the Lennox and Linwood and all that, man, Daryl Gates was the epitome of targeting black people in Southern California, man. He was a cold piece of work, man. He really was a cold piece of work. Yeah, so it was Chief Parker that I'm referring to. So thank you for that. Yeah, Daryl Gates came up under Chief Parker, man. Oh yeah, the what was that? Was it the Dinker raids or the Dalton raids? Yeah, that they smashed up the Harlems for sure. The Harlems got money out of that. Operation Hammer was a cold piece of work, man. Back in the '80s, absolutely, Daryl Gates was a counter COINTELPRO plant. If he wasn't, he sure came up under it and wanted to be part of it. He wasn't no joke, man. But anyway, I'm gonna go on and get up out of here, man. I'm gonna get back to work. Actually, I'm gonna go get in bed. I'll get back to work tomorrow. But y'all take it easy, man. And we should pick up this conversation another time with more facts. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I could dig up some facts and present them to y'all, and we could talk about Daryl Gates and how he targeted the black community. Because he put a lot of people in jail, man, that didn't deserve to be in jail. He got a lot of black people felonies that shouldn't have had felonies. He put a lot of teenagers in jail instead of found other alternatives to keep them from going to jail. In fact, the whole Iran Contra scandal, the whole crack hitting South Los Angeles was just, I mean, in Southern California was just out of line, period, because they could have found ways to keep teenagers from selling crack. They could have did things that employ these teenagers that became operatives of the streets to help sell drugs and buy these cars. And all it really did was fuel the economy for America and cost taxpayers money, but also got people who own these prisons plenty of money. Recidivism and everything, man. Really introduced youngsters to the prison system, to the youth authority and juvenile halls at a young age. And we all know once you go, you figure, oh, this ain't nothing, and you come right back. Because you get out and you elevate your crimes. You're no longer scared to be incarcerated. You're no longer scared to have fights with rival gang members. You're no longer scared of the authority of cops and correctional officers. And so it causes so many people to come right back. A lot of them end up in prison under the three strike laws. I mean, we could talk about this forever, man. So maybe we'll do that another day. But in closing, Y'all take it easy, Mackies and Maniacs. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for the super chats. Appreciate you guys, man. Y'all have a great, blessed night. Hope you had a great weekend. Peace. Oliver North was. I give Oliver North the biggest crack kingpin, not Ronald Reagan. Oliver North, my brother. Blandon and all them dudes played a